Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. I don't know why I did like a slap. Today we're back to watch a live stream from Faith from Monat. She's this mom influencer. I've covered her a lot in the past, and DC also has covered her a lot. Faith was a content creator before she joined Monat. She was making, like I said, mom influencing type of content, and then 2 or 3 years ago she joined Monat, and obviously she had a following already, so she climbed up to the top pretty quickly, and now she is claiming that her following has nothing to do with her success. So if you watch my content, you know who Faith is, but I thought I would give a little bit of an intro. If you missed my last video this week, I'm in Korea. This is why I have different background. Recording on my phone, had to get really creative with my setup, so I know the angle is probably a little bit weird, but hey, living that location freedom life, right? I'm watching in my background on this slide here. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at instead of you guys. So great, I just did a whole intro not even looking at the camera. Sorry guys. Don't forget that you can click that like and subscribe button if you would like to support my channel. That's a nice free way that you can do that. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. Let's just get right into this.
Hello, happy Wednesday. It has been way too long since I've gone live, and I really just wanted to share my story of what I do on social media, why I almost didn't do it, and why I'm glad I did, because it's completely changed my life. It's changed my family's life. It has just been a blessing in so many ways. So I'm going to share that with you.
There's something freaky about someone who is on top of a pyramid scheme, in my opinion, product-based pyramid scheme, saying that this is a blessing. Like scamming her followers out of money is a blessing to her. For her. It's so wrong, isn't it? It's so freaky. Why did I say free? I don't know. Hey, I'm tired. I have insomnia still since like January this year, and the time difference between Korea and Croatia completely fucked me up even more. Maybe my words are weird and my eyes are also very dark, but
today I'm going to share my story, why I almost didn't do what I do now, and what it is that I do, all the things. So if you're new here, my name is Faith, and I have been partnered with...
Sorry, I forgot that I'm on camera for a little bit. My back really hurts.
Monat, which is a network marketing company, for close to 3 years now. And I used to be someone who said I would never do network marketing. And I definitely did not expect to be making a full-time income on social media. And the reason being...
But you were a content creator before, so you definitely wanted to earn money from social media. And she did mention before, I think she had like 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I feel like I remember her mentioning that like before joining Monat. And now she's got like 40K or something. And on Instagram, she's got over 100,000 followers. I believe she also has TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know. But she had a following, and she mentioned that even before Monat, she was getting like brand deals and stuff. You were earning money. Maybe it wasn't like a full-time income. It wasn't as much money as she is earning on top of Monat, but she was getting money. But I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have 10,000, so I don't know how much money do you earn with 10,000. But anyway, the whole point of this is like she had circumstances that the majority of people who join her team don't have, because they don't have a following on social media. And when you have a following on social media, it's a huge advantage when you're joining an MLM, because you have bigger audience that you can recruit into your team. And this is, I say this every time I cover an influencer who's in an MLM, but these influencers just love to pretend like, oh, it's just my hard work, it's not my following or anything like that, I just worked hard, don't take away the hard work from me, and things like that. And this is something that someone said in one of the previous videos where they were interviewing Faith. She said like, oh, saying that her following is the reason why she's successful in Monat is taking away her hard work, something in that sense. And it's just BS. Like, I'm not taking away the hard work that she puts in creating content or whatever, but the fact is that she is successful because she had a big audience. It was easy for her to reach more people, right? So anyway, I'm just ranting on, am I?
I had the biggest misconception of what this business is. I truly thought it was like a pyramid scheme. Like, I thought that you had to get in first into one of these types of companies where, you know, you sell products, but you also recruit. I was familiar with affiliate marketing. I was familiar with like working with brands and seeing content creators.
Well, you don't have to recruit when you join an MLM, but you earn money, you earn commission based of your team, your downlines work as well. So you are definitely going to be encouraged probably to ask your warm market, your cold market, reach out, ask them to support your business. So even though technically you don't have to recruit, there is not a single rep on top of an MLM, not even just Monat, that doesn't have a huge downline below them. But also the very first rep, the tippy top rep in Monat, everybody else is underneath them. I don't know who's the tippy top rep now. Is that Sarah? What's her name? What the fuck is her name? I forgot. I don't know. I'm so bad with names. I don't do that on purpose, I promise. But you absolutely are going to be encouraged to recruit people, because you're gonna earn more money if you do so. And yeah, I mean, Monat, in my opinion, is a product-based pyramid scheme, because yeah, most money is earned from recruiting people. And we have seen evidence of this when was it in 2022 that document was leaked, where it showed majority of top reps in Monat are making like 80% of their income from their downline. So kind of proves that it's a product-based pyramid scheme. So go on, I guess.
And how they worked, but I didn't understand. I couldn't wrap my mind around a network marketing model where you're also recruiting. I thought that it was like this weird thing, so to speak. So I was always someone who said, I'll never do network marketing. I'll never do an MLM. But I really needed, honestly, I really needed a way to be able to make money from home. So I just
You can get a part-time job if you want. If you need money from home, there are a lot of remote part-time opportunities out there, like customer service, that type of thing. Not even part-time, you can work full-time from home. My very last 9 to 5 before I started freelancing as a video editor, my previous 9 to 5 was fully remote. And in the 3 years that I worked for this company, I went to the office like 2 times maybe, because it was 100% remote. Going to the office was optional just when something big was happening and whatnot. So if you need income but you want to work from home, there are many remote opportunities out there, or you can try to freelance or do something like I'm doing. You can try anything. You can try social media on its own. Just joining an MLM is not the solution. Joining an MLM is just putting yourself into even more financial debt if you have financial debt. Like, it's just the worst opportunity. You have more chances of making money by gambling than joining an MLM. So as always, I'm gonna link the income disclosure statement down below in the description box. You can take a look at it. You're gonna see that the majority of reps in Monat are not making any profit. They're not making any profit at all. So it's a scam, in my opinion.
Looking up to tell my story, I went to college after high school. Didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, but got like a generic degree. Landed a corporate job working like a 9 to 5 where I was just sitting behind a desk doing work like that. It was honestly not bad. It was a really good environment. I had a great boss, great coworkers, but it wasn't anything I was really passionate about. And I knew that once...
Sure, but not everyone has the privilege of working a job that they're passionate about. Some people are happy with their jobs that they don't hate. You know, they don't have to love their job, but I think as long as you don't hate your job, or as long as you're not like dreading going to your job every single day, it's fine. Not everyone is privileged enough to even find or discover something that they really enjoy and then make that a job for themselves. I never knew what I wanted to do in life when it comes to career or a job. I never saw myself in anything. And I worked like in retail, I worked in an office, I worked like technical support type jobs. And I just didn't enjoy any of these things. And I kind of made my peace with the fact that I will probably work a job that I don't like. But if you compare my office job to my job in retail, that I absolutely hated my job in retail. I hated going to work every single day. It was giving me so much anxiety, so much stress. I was really, really unhappy. And then my office job, which I didn't particularly like it, but I didn't hate it either. So it was a lot better to like work this 9-to-5 job that I did not hate. At least it didn't cause me all the stress and anxiety that retail jobs did. And I think that's already a success to find something like that. And then completely by accident, I discovered that I enjoy video editing. Completely accidentally, Joe asked me to start editing her videos, and it just progressed from there, where I'm so privileged. I think that I'm privileged to be able to work a job that I absolutely love. I really enjoy what I do, that I was able to actually make this a full-time income for me, because in the beginning I worked my 9-to-5, and then after my 9-to-5 I had to edit videos, or I didn't have to, I wanted to edit videos. So I was working like 12, 13 hours every single day for maybe a year or so, until I was able to actually, but again, I had I didn't have kids, I had my partner who was helping me out and like being supportive and everything, while I was really stressed and working all the time. So I think I was privileged to be able to get to where I am today. But again, not everyone wants to be a freelancer. Not everyone wants to do what I do, because my salary is never the same. Like, it just depends how much work I have each month. So it's not for everyone. And again, I am in a situation where I don't mind. I am single. I can travel around the world now and get paid for the work that I do, which doesn't happen for the majority of people who join an MLM. So again, I don't know why I'm getting on these tangents and rants, but if you want remote work, there are other opportunities out there, many opportunities that will actually pay you, because if you join an MLM, Monat, or any other MLM, you have like 99% of chances that you're never gonna get any money for the work. You're just gonna work for free, basically.
I became a mom, I wouldn't want to be going into work every day. It was really on my heart to be a stay-at-home mom. So worked that job for about 6 years and then got pregnant. My husband and I had been married we got married right out of college. So we had been married for like 6-7 years, got pregnant, and just decided like, this is it. I'm not going back into work, not really sure what I'm going to do, but we're going to figure it out just with my husband's income. Like, that was a decision him and I came together on, and it was really way harder than I think we expected to drop from 2 incomes to 1. Like, I feel like we knew it was going to be hard, but it was like really hard. I was not driving my car 6 out of 7 days a week to save on gas money. We were having to pull from our savings account in order to pay for groceries. I'm someone who loves to buy organic groceries and like try to be clean, and that just was not in the budget. So there were just so many different things that we had to cut back on. I mean, no room at all for saving. Thinking about being able to pay for our kids' weddings or college was just out of the question. Like, we were literally living paycheck to paycheck. So that is around the time I started looking into social media more seriously as a way to actually make money. I had been posting, I always loved social media. I had been posting YouTube videos, Instagram posts, and Reels. Reels were actually kind of still fairly new. And I did join different affiliate programs like to Know It, Amazon. There were also some like brand collaboration type of programs that I was in, and I was making like a little bit of money, but
I love how she's trying to spin this like, oh, I actually looked into social media. I wasn't doing it, you know. I was just posting, not taking it seriously. If you had brand deals, like actual brand deals, back then you had to have a good following, because brands are not gonna make a deal with an influencer who doesn't have a not significant, but like I think at least like 10K or something. I think like the brand wants an audience, a new audience, to be advertised to the new audiences. So if she didn't have enough audience, these brands would not make deals with her.
Wasn't anything that I could see actually turning into a sustainable full-time income. It was like $20 here, $100 there, like maybe helping a little bit here and there, but nothing huge. And all the while I was watching these girls, specifically in Monat. There's a lot of different network marketing companies out there, but I feel like the Monat girls I was always drawn to how they worked their business, the way that they carried themselves, all of that. So I was seeing these girls talk about this opportunity to obviously promote the products, which is something I was already doing for other brands, but also like build a team and like have all this sustainable residual income. And I was like, I don't know, like that's just not for me, but I definitely could see myself using the products and sharing about the products. And I mean, they were talking about how the commission that you get even just on product sales was really, really good. So I was like, sure. Like, I need the products. I have postpartum hair loss. I need to try these anyways. Why not? I'll sign up as a partner so that I have the option to earn commission. But I'm really just, like, this is me. I'm really just joining for the products and to maybe make a little commission. So I did that. That was back in April of 2022. Bought my box of products, tried them, fell in love with them. And then what happened next is very surprising. Even to this day, I'm like, how did this happen? Because
I don't think it's surprising because, as I said so many times, you had a following that you can recruit into your Monat team. So it's not surprising at all what happened.
I truly never thought I would actually build a business here, but I started sharing about the products. I was very happily surprised with how organically I was able to build a customer base. A lot of people that I knew or that followed me were interested in trying them too. So within my first couple weeks...
You just said it then. Because you had a following, it was easy for you to build this business and recruit and sell Monat to a bunch of people who were already following you. That's it. And the majority of people that are joining your team now don't have a following, and that's why they're not successful. They don't have any chances of like ever getting successful.
Weeks I made a few sales, and it was when I got my first paycheck, which came literally the following week, which I love because a lot of these different affiliate programs and things like that, you have to wait 30, 60, sometimes 90 days for payment. So I was like, that's cool. I basically am getting paid immediately for the work I'm doing. But also, it was way...
Funny that you say that, because the majority of people in Monat and other MLMs don't get paid for the work that they're doing. Not even like in 60 or 90 days after, they never get paid. Or even if they get paid, it's usually a little bit of money, like insignificant amount of money, and they're not profiting still. So that's what happens for the majority of people. I find it's very ironic that she's saying all these things.
More than I anticipated. I was expecting, if I sell an oil, I'll probably make like $2 max, because that's what it would be on these other programs. And I think between the few things I sold, I made like $50. And I was like, whoa, like not that was life-changing money yet, but I was like, that is like 5 times more to 10 times more than I was expecting. And that's when I was like, all right. What is this direct sales? What is network marketing? Maybe I was wrong. Like, it's okay to change your mind. And once I really looked into the company, the business model, and started asking all the questions and looking into the compensation plan, I was like, okay, this actually isn't what I thought it was. Like, I pretty much thought you had to be one of the first people to join in these companies to even make money. I just didn't.
You have to either join an MLM company at its early stages when it's just launching and be one of the first reps who's joining this MLM in order to be successful, or you have to have a big following nowadays to be successful in this MLM. So I almost said Dawn. Her name is Faith. Faith could not join Monat at its early stages, obviously, because it's like 8-9 years old company at this point, and it's too late, it's oversaturated. But she did have a following on social media, and this is why she's successful in Monat now, even though she didn't join early. So it's as simple as that.
Not understand how it worked. And once I realized everyone enters at the same level, everyone earns the same level of commission, it's just that the longer you're in the business and the more you stay active in the business and help other people make money and help other people be successful, the company then compensates you as well, like in addition to, not taking away from other people. And once I understood that and understood that because it's direct sales, meaning the products are shipped directly from the warehouse to the consumer, there's no middlemen, there's no marking up products to be able to sell them in stores like, you know, Sephora, Ulta, Target, and how brands do that. They don't pay for celebrity endorsements and, you know, all the marketing and stuff. All of that goes into the compensation plan and the product formulations. And so once I understood that, I was like, all right, I'm going to actually give this a go. I'm going to try and really see what I can do with this opportunity. And just to make a long story short, within my first year of business, I had replaced what my full-time corporate income had been. And by 2 years into the business, I had joined our 100K club, meaning I've earned $100,000 in commissions. I earned our luxury car program. I went on all these different trip incentives, and all this coming from someone who joined with pretty much zero intention of actually building this into a business. And so this is what
maybe you had zero intention, but you still had the right circumstances, like a big following on social media that you can recruit, and this is why you're successful. So you're not relatable, Faith. You really aren't.
why I tell people, I'm like, just start, just try the products, sign up, see if you like it, because you literally never know what might happen. And so now this is my full-time income. It's actually our family's primary source of income. I make more than my husband now. And looking back, it's a very real possibility that if I wouldn't have found Monat and built what I've built here, I would have had to go back into a full-time job in order for us to keep it moving. So I'm just so thankful for this, and I'm so passionate about it and sharing it with other people, because it really can change your life, even if you're someone who is rolling your eyes right now, because that was me. Anytime people would say that, I'm like, okay, sure. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Here's the thing. Just try the products and just get in to our community, to our trainings, to our resources. This is not something where when you buy your box of products, you're just left to figure it out on your own. We have everything built in and ready for you to really hit the ground running. So if you are someone who is interested in getting started and learning more, then I would love to chat with you. Send me a DM or just send me this video. I'll save it as a reel.
Okay, that's it. I think we've heard enough. I mean, again, it feels like she's a little bit detached, in my opinion, because she doesn't seem to understand, or she doesn't want. Obviously, if she said, oh, I'm privileged, I had a following, this is why I'm successful in Monat, obviously she has to say that it's not because of that in order to get these people who don't have a following to join her team, because then she can make money off of them, right? Very privileged, in my opinion, very detached. Also, I mean, if you went, did she say they had a baby and they decided to live on one income? I mean, obviously it's gonna be hard, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm gonna wrap that one up here. Please let me know your thoughts below, and don't forget that you can support my channel in a nice free way by subscribing and liking this video. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.